Good morning. Welcome to All Things Green. Welcome to our Hosta house here at Jung's Sun Prairie. My name is Carol and I take care of the perennials here. Today I want to share with you some vital information about how to care for the hostas that you already have or hostas that you may buy in the future. Hostas, sometimes referred to plantain lilies, are a perennial favorite. Their lush foliage and easy care make them ideal for a low-maintenance garden. Did you know that they originated in the Orient? They were brought to Europe in the early 1700s. Today there are over 2,500 cultivators with variety in leaf size, shape, color, and texture. Although hostas are considered shade tolerant, most plants will not thrive in deep shade. Many are more vigorous and will show their best colors when they're given exposure to some sunlight, such as low intensity sun in the morning and then afternoon shade, or morning shade with dappled late afternoon sun. Variegated hostas like the Fire and Ice and the Color Festival, which look a lot alike, and the Patriot, all need sunlight in order to keep their white stripes or their gold stripes. That's important for them. So they definitely need a little bit of sun. The chartreuse and the yellow hostas like Dancing Queen and Empress Wu do better in some sunlight. It helps them retain their light color. One thing that you might want to know about the Empress Wu is it is one of the very largest hostas. So it makes for an interesting planting in your garden. Many sun-tolerant hostas have thicker textured leaves that are either puckered, pleated, or ruffled. In fact, all of these do have those kinds of leaves. They're pleated, they're ruffled, and two more that do well in some sun are the curly fries and the praying hands. However, when you're dealing with a darker, deeper blue foliage hostas like the blue giant, blue giant, they need moderate shade. And the reason that they need the moderate shade is it helps them to keep their blue color. Hostas that have extensive white coloration or really thin leaves also require moderate shade. Now, hostas are usually planted for their attractive foliage. Flowers are usually kind of a secondary feature. An exception to this are the fragrant flowers. Two very fragrant flowers that I have here in our nursery are the Aphrodite and the Warwick Comet. They both have large fragrant flowers. The Aphrodite actually has double white flowers, and the Warwick Comet has singular petaled flowers. But like I said, both are very fragrant. They have a lily-like scent. These particular plants also attract the pollinators. They bring hummingbirds, butterflies, and bees into your garden. You may want to plant the fragrant hostas close to your deck or to your patio so you can enjoy their amazing scent that becomes even more intense as evening approaches. When planting hostas, Use a fertile mix of composted nutrients and work it into your soil. The soil, it's important that the soil is free draining, and when you plant, you want to be sure that the soil is slightly acidic with a pH of 6.5 to 7.5. A good time to fertilize your hostas is in the spring before the shoots actually appear, and you might want to use a granular fertilizer like Espoma's Garden Food. Use either a 5-10-5 or, like this package, a 10-10-10. Either one will be, I think, perfect for your hostas. Now, hostas are prone, they're hardy, but they are prone to slug damage. A recipe of really warm days, plus ample moisture, plus tasty hosta leaves are like ringing the dinner bell for slugs. A best place to start in eliminating hostas is to clean up leaf debris around your hostas. Those are places where slugs like to hide. Another thing that's important is to be sure to water your hostas in the morning so that by evening the ground is dry. Slugs are active at night and they are attracted to dampness, so you want the soil around your hostas to be dry in the evening. Now, if you do get slugs, iron phosphate is the most effective and safe way to rid your hostas of slugs. Bonine makes a really great product called Bug and Slug Killer. You could also get Sluggo Plus. They both contain iron phosphate, and they'll take care of your slugs for you. Sprinkle these pellets from time to time around your hostas. And another thing to keep in mind is that when you plant hostas that have those thick leaves, heavily textured leaves, they tend to be a little more slug resistant. So in fact, most of these are like that. So these would all be good plants to plant. Dividing hostas should be done in order to clean up your hostas and keep them the size that you want. An ideal time to do that division of your hostas is in the spring before the spikes get very, very high. You only need to do this probably once every 5 to 10 years. If you would like to know more about how to divide hostas, I'd be happy to do another presentation on actually dividing them, perhaps in the spring when you're thinking about dividing your own. I want to thank you so much for joining me here today for this little mini exploration into the world of hostas. Thank you so much.